topic, that is polynuclear hydrocarbons. The chapter name itself suggests us that in this we are going to discuss poly meaning many. Nucleus belongs to chain and the chain is of hydrocarbon. This means in this chapter we are going to discuss carbon containing many chained compounds or many carbon containing hydrocarbons and their study. So we'll start the discussion on this polynuclear hydrocarbons. For this, we are going to use the reference books, that is FINAR volume 1. Then I have taken some of the top parts from the your well-known book, that is Morrison and Boyle, and our book, that is Advanced Organic Chemistry, Boyle and Boyle. So these are many reference books you are going to use for the study of this chapter, that is polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbons. Now, how many rings or which are there for important part of study? What is the meaning of the word polynuclear? So these compounds basically contain fused or condensed aromatic hydrocarbons. So the rings are fused. Aromatic belongs to benzene and its derivatives. So these compounds contain fused benzene rings or condensed benzene rings, more than one ring. So one condensed benzene ring belongs to benzene. These structures contain more than one benzene rings, either fused or condensed, and they have two carbon atoms shared by these aromatic rings. The most important examples of these polynuclear hydrocarbon class, which are important in parts of our study, are naphthalene, anthracene, and phenanthrene. So these three compounds in depth we are going to study in this chapter. Those are naphthalene, anthracene, and phenanthrene. But first of all, what are those? These are the hydrocarbons basically divided into two classes or two groups, in which first is those in which the rings are isolated. The two rings which are isolated with the help of carbon bridge, that is diphenyl or diphenyl methyl. So the examples of these classes are either diphenyl or diphenyl methyl. And the second class is a second class in which those in which the two or more rings are fused together. So the first example we are going to study is naphthalene. What will be the structure of naphthalene? This is the structure of naphthalene, in which two benzene rings are fused by sharing the two carbon atoms in those two rings. Already we have discussed these polynuclear hydrocarbons either condense or fuse. So these are the two benzene rings fused together by sharing these two carbon atoms and going to form a two benzene ring containing compound, and the name of this compound is naphthalene. So what are the two classes of aromatic hydrocarbon chains or polynuclear hydrocarbons? First class is in which they are isolated from each other. So in between these two benzene rings, there is some bridge. There is presence of some another carbon atom ring. And a second class in which naphthalene is coming, a second class in which the two or more rings are fused together at what position? Earth position. So we have seen the structure. We have seen the structure of naphthalene, in which the two carbon atoms of these individual benzene rings at their ortho position, they are going to share the two carbon atoms of these two benzene rings, and they are going to form a compound, that is naphthalene. which is coming under the class of polynuclear hydrocarbons. So what are the examples of these classes? Naphthalene, anthracene and phenanthrene. Now, out of these three series of compounds, naphthalene is going to possess a sharing between the two benzene rings, and anthracene and phenanthrene are going to possess a sharing or fusing of three benzene. So first we will discuss when the two benzene rings are fused with each other and they are going to form a compound, that is naphthalene. I hope you have understood what is naphthalene, in which the two benzene rings fuse their two carbon atoms or share their two carbon atoms and form a aromatic ring structure by sharing the two carbon atoms of the individual ring. So naphthalene, two benzene rings, and anthracene and phenanthrene are going to possess a sharing between the three benzene rings. Now later on, we are going to discuss some introductory part about naphthalene. It is the largest single constituent of coal tar. So it is present in the coal tar about 6%. It is obtained by cooling the middle and heavy oils. So whenever we are going to cool these oils, naphthalene we are going to derive. Whereupon the naphthalene crystallizes out, the oil is pressed free from the naphthalene and crude naphthalene clay. So that means it is obtained from the distillation of petroleum compounds. So these are the source from which the naphthalene we are going to obtain. We can obtain the naphthalene from the petroleum products or the fractions of petroleum products. Now, what will be the structure of naphthalene? Already we have discussed. This naphthalene is going to possess a sharing of two carbon atoms between the two benzene rings at their what positions? Ortho positions. So, how the scientists have discussed or described this structure in detail. So for that, Erlenmeyer in 1866 have studied the structure of naphthalene first time, and they have proposed the symmetrical formula, that is naphthalene. So Erlenmeyer has proposed this structure of naphthalene first time in 1866. Later on, Greb in 1869 proved that. So Erlenmeyer has proposed this structure and Greb has proved this structure. So how come he has proved that the naphthalene is going to possess the fusing between the two carbon atom rings or fusing between the two benzene rings? So for that, it is the fuse between the two benzene rings at ortho position. So he used several methods for that. Greb has used several methods in order to prove the structure of naphthalene. So what are those methods? But the line of approach was the same. So he found that on oxidation, first method, on oxidation he has found that naphthalene yields phthalic acid. When we are going to oxidize this naphthalene, they are going to yield phthalic acid. What is phthalic acid? When these two carbon atoms, so here there will be, when we are going to oxidize this naphthalene, so here there will be a formation of, so this is first carbon atom and this is second carbon atom. Here there is generation of carboxylic acid functional group. So in this manner, the ortho position carbon atoms are oxidized and there is the formation of phthalic acid. So this means that a second benzene ring in case of naphthalene is fused at ortho position. So this is the first attempt of proving of structure of naphthalene. So in case of second attempt, that is a benzene ring with two side chains at ortho position. When nitrated, first attempt is oxidation. Naphthalene on oxidation is going to give the phthalic acid. On in case of second attempt, when benzene ring is when naphthalene ring is nitrated, naphthalene is going to give us nitronaphthalene, which again on oxidation gives orthonitrophthalate acid. So when we are going to nitrate this naphthalene with the help of nitric acid, that is HNO3, the nitration will not be proceed with these two carbon atoms or with the another carbon atoms. So the nitration will be taken place in the first benzene ring, or it is not going to substitute at these two positions. It is substituted in the benzene ring itself. So when nitrated, naphthalene leave nitronaphthalene, which again on oxidation gives orthonitrophthalate acid. So there will not be any disturbance between the phthalic acid. Nitro group will be substituted in the benzene, and that is the side chain which is not oxidized. When nitronaphthalene was reduced, when we are going to reduce the nitronaphthalene, the nitro group will be converted into amino naphthalene. And again, we can oxidize this, will generate a phthalic acid. That means if we are oxidizing the naphthalene, nitrating the naphthalene or aminating the naphthalene, there will not be any reaction will take place at these two carbon atoms. That means this position of the naphthalene is already occupied by something else. That means these positions are blocked for the substitution. Why it is blocked? As there is already attachment of another ring of benzene. Remaining reactions will be taken place in between these four carbon atoms of the naphthalene. So depending upon this assumption and the study, Erlenmeyer and Gray has proved the structure of benzene. So hence they have proved that this will be the structure of naphthalene. So there are several methods used for the synthesis of naphthalene. Now we are going to study the structure. Already we have discussed how the Erlenmeyer and Gray has proved the structure of naphthalene. For that, first of all, they have gone for the oxidation, they have produced phthalic acid. Later on, naphthalene is undergo nitration with the help of nitric acid. So there is production of nitronaphthalene. The nitro group will not be substituted in the place of ortho positions of the benzene ring. They are substituted in the remaining occupied or empty spaces of the first benzene ring. This will prove that the second B ring is already occupied his position in the benzene. So this is a scheme for the confirmation of structure of naphthalene. Later on, several methods are used for the synthesis of naphthalene. So first approach for the synthesis of naphthalene is from when 4-phenyl butene is passed over the red hot calcium oxide. Whenever we are going to pass this compound, or when we are going to treat this compound with red hot calcium oxide, the reaction will take place. So there will be a condensation and cyclization of these two carbon atoms takes place, and this 4-phenyl butene will be converted into naphthalene with the release of gaseous hydrogen. So these questions are asked in the exam. Write the synthetic approaches for the naphthalene, anthracene, and phenanthrene. There are several approaches. They may ask these approach for the 10 marks also. Very important topic it is. Please keep in mind whenever I'm going to stress any question or any point, please give that much importance to that point. So when the 4-phenyl butene is passed over on the calcium oxide, so this calcium oxide will fuse these two carbon atoms, and there will be a cyclization of this alkene ring takes place in the benzene ring. So this 4-phenyl butene, simply when we are passing through red hot calcium oxide, they will fuse these two carbon atoms, and will produce a naphthalene. So this is the first approach of synthesis of naphthalene. Second approach for the synthesis of naphthalene is by when 4-phenyl butanoic acid, and the functional group is at third position. So 4-phenyl butanoic acid, when it is heated, first of all, this 4-phenyl butanoic acid will form one naphthol. Later on, with the reduction or when a treatment with the zinc dust, this one naphthol will be converted into naphthalene. So what will be the scheme of synthesis? When 4-phenyl butanoic acid heated, this will be the intermediate product is produced, and this intermediate products later on isomerizes into, will be changed the structure into alpha naphthol or 1-naphthol, and this alpha naphthol, when it is treated with the zinc dust, so this hydroxyl functional group will be removed, and from alpha naphthol we are going to produce naphthalene. So this will be the second scheme of method for the synthesis of naphthalene. Now, third synthetic scheme method is of from orthoxylene bromide. When orthoxylene bromide will combine with benzodiethane tetracarboxylic acid to form tetrahydronaphthal and tetracarboxylic acid ester, and when it is refluxed with acid solution, they are going to produce tetrahydronaphthalene dicarboxylic acid. So this will be the structure of tetrahydronaphthalene dicarboxylic acid, and when it is reacts with the acid solution, we are going to produce the naphthalene. Now this reaction is there in some of the in our books, and somewhere it is not there, but this is there for the syllabus. What will be the starting material for this particular product? Orthoxylene bromide. When it is combined with benzodiethyl tetranoic acid, so there will be a condensation product and intermediate condensation product produced. What will be this intermediate condensation product? Tetrahydronaphthalene dicarboxylic acid. And this tetrahydronaphthalene dicarboxylic acid, when we are reacting with this silver, acidic salt of silver, we are going to produce our output compound, that is naphthalene. This is from orthoxylene. Now, next method for the synthesis of naphthalene is Haworth synthesis method. This is also important one for the synthesis of naphthalene. Now, how we are going to synthesize the naphthalene from the Haworth method? When benzene is treated with succinic anhydride. So we are treating the benzene with succinic anhydride. This reaction will be proceed out in the presence of aluminum chloride. So this particular synthesis of naphthalene from benzene molecule is known as Haworth synthesis. And how it is proceeding? Benzene will react with succinic anhydride in the presence of aluminum chloride. Now, the ketonic product is produced. That is, will be given by the Berkshire in 1882. The ketonic product is reduced by the Clemenson's reduction method. Now, what will be the Clemenson's reduction method? The ring is closed by heating this ring. We are going to close by heating concentrated sulfuric acid and the product alpha tetralone is formed. So when this product we are fusing with the help of acidic media and heat, or alpha tetralone is formed. This alpha tetralone is reduced to tetrahydronaphthalene 1, 2, 3 and 4 as this benzene ring or the respective second benzene ring it is saturated म्हणून त्यांना काय म्हणलेलं आहे tetrahydro. Now this tetrahydrolone or tetralone will be again reduced. This compound is then dehydrogenated, so this removal of hydrogen. So there will be production of naphthalene, and this removal of hydrogen or the dehydrogenation is done by using selenium. Selenium here it is used. Selenium metal is used as a dehydrogenating agent. So from this method, that is from Haworth synthesis, we are going to produce a naphthalene from benzene ring. So these are the methods for synthesis of naphthalene. How many methods are there for the synthesis of naphthalene? 4 are there. Number 1, from first method from phenyl butene, which we are going to pass from the red hot calcium. So we will just fuse those benzene rings and produces naphthalene. A second method for the production of naphthalene is from butanoic acid, that is 4-phenyl butanoic acid. When we are going to heat this, so simply intermediate product is formed, and this intermediate product again on oxidation, that is from isomerization, gives alpha naphthol. This alpha naphthol, when we are treating with zinc dust, so it is removed and there is formation of naphthalene. Third method for the formation of naphthalene is from the orthoxylene bromide, and we are going to form the naphthalene. And fourth and very important method for the synthesis of naphthalene is Haworth synthesis. So these methods are there for the synthesis of naphthalene. So what we have covered today related to polynuclear hydrocarbons. First we have discussed. पहिल्यांदा आपण बघितलं what is polynuclear hydrocarbon. Polynuclear hydrocarbons means these are the chains of hydrocarbons in which there is chains of the hydrocarbons in which there is fusing and condensation of benzene rings, either 2 or 3. In case of naphthalene, naphthalene is going to fuse 2 benzene rings at the position, and in case of phenanthrene आणि anthracene बाबतीत 3 benzene rings they have fused with. Then these polynuclear hydrocarbons either isolated किंवा fused. जर ते आयसोलेटेड असतील तर त्यांना काय म्हणायचं किंवा त्यांचे एक्झाम्पल्स काय आहेत. जर ते एकमेकांपासून वेगळे असतील आणि त्या 2 रिंग फ्यूज केलेले असतील तर त्यांना म्हणायचं आयसोलेटेड. and second class आहे तो fused benzene ringचा at ortho position. त्यांचे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत naphthalene, anthracene and phenanthrene. Later on त्याच्यानंतर आज आपण डिस्कस केलं we have discussed What is naphthalene actually? It is produced from the it is produced from the petroleum products in the industrial scale. Then we have discussed how we have proved the structure of naphthalene. Structure of naphthalene. The structure of naphthalene is proved by the two well-known scientists, that is Erlenmeyer and Greth. Then we have discussed in detail about the methods for the synthesis of naphthalene. First, from 4-phenylbutane condensation. Then second, from 4-phenylbutanoic acid. Third method for the synthesis is from orthoxylidine, and fourth method is from benzene. So today we will start. Now next, how we are going to confirm the positions of the double bond in the naphthalene. As like that of benzene, we know the benzene ring. Kekulé has proved the structure of benzene ring, and all those three double bonds in the benzene ring are continuously migrating. Continuously, the pi cloud of electrons is produced in the case of benzene ring. Is a benzene ring chalakti. And in case of naphthalene also, there is naphthalene is nothing but a fused two benzene. So similar to that of benzene, naphthalene is also going to have migration of the double bond from one position to the about another position. That means migration of the pi electrons, formation of pi cloud. So in this manner, as like that of benzene, naphthalene is also going to have resonance structure due to the movement of those double bonds in the benzene ring. So this will be the structure of naphthalene. These are the three important structures of naphthalene in which the pi cloud of electron Cuba benzene ring Cuba double bonds are moving from one to another. So these three are the resonating hybrid resonating structures